Ladies and gents, return to Guilty Gear. Are you ready for that burn? Yo, it's your boy Tasty Steve, joined by none other than the Deacon, Majin Obama. Sir, how are you doing?
Let's keep it cool till tomorrow, Steve.
Okay,
keep
you
it
sure?
low, yeah, keep it low key,
sure?
keep it low key.
Right.
We still gotta make our way to this top 8, and like I said, we're winners round 4 and up now, so we're closing on that top 32, top 16 section, trying to find out who are the 8 that are going to make this stage. And once again, it's just like the KOF we were talking about earlier, right? You know what to expect by now. When you see this game on a big stage, you give it that spotlight. You know what kind of show to expect. So getting us started off right now, you got E-Tact. We saw him doing some work earlier with that Ino, going up against Tomo Leo, EVO 2017 runner-up.
The God. Look at you see, he knows. When you said his name, he already knew what was up. I'm a big fan of T5M. That's wrong. TM57 is supposed to say. But I'm a big fan. I'm a Leo player myself.
Yeah, I know.
So
I know.
I still, every time I see this man play, I'm always going to pay attention. But this is a troublesome matchup, man. Like, he has to get a hit.
For sure, yeah, he has to be able to close. And the good thing is he does have to return to be able to contend with her, even though Ino is very strong in this version, right? Yeah. She has a lot of ways to set him up, bait him, and punish him for stuff that maybe some other characters would have to worry about a little bit. But, again, if he's able to get the big touch, especially if he's able to save his meter, save for burning it in the YRC, trying to find his way in, and then being able to capitalize, get a super, all of that, and then once he's standing over her with back turn stance, at that point, maybe 1 or 2 hits away from closing out the round. It's going to take a little bit more effort in general, but this is a matchup Tomo can win. It's a matchup he's going to know very well, too, because, again, unlike a lot of these other players in this tournament, Tomo is kind of an all-Japan player. We can't really classify him in the one region, right?
Okay.
He's from Tokyo originally, but spent a year living in West Japan, so he got to play all the West Japan guys, get good in all those matchups. Spent a year, believe now still living in Fukuoka, so been playing with the regional players here, learning, like, very Mega Man-style approach to, like, learning matchups and learning player matches in the game right now.
That's actually pretty smart. There's an early burst to get out of that record. Have to be careful, especially air taking versus Ino. We already talked about some of our options, and this is the pressure that I was talking about.
Especially out here, man, against some of the top tier Inos like that, man. Like you almost have to keep it as an option on the table, but it's really just not even worth it sometimes. Just jumps in super, and oh man, it's one of the best in the game for sure. Gets his corner push though. Put the boom out there. Yeah, you got to hold this. Drop the boots on him.
What a shake right there. That was perfect.
Yeah.
Actually goes in the back turn 6P. Oh, air throw. I like that.
Off the launch, transition for no reason.
Nice big fireball right there, RC.
Gets a 6 heavy pickup. He's got enough to be able to close it out. That's what we were talking about before, right? The damage return. It's not going to take that many hits, especially once he's able to build up his tension gauge at the bottom left corner of your screen like that. His damage options become even more. He's able to get extensions. He can drain easily under some conditions in this match. Drain 70%, 80% off of 1 hit. There you go. Gets counter hit.
Have to be careful right there.
Back turn eats the overhead. Get the pressure
blitz, just too much.
Charge blitz.
No, stroke the big tree. You have to be careful in it. That's one of the problem things you have to deal with in this matchup. Big fireball? No, just goes in for the 2. Oh, nice read right there on the first. Take that man's soul. Anchors him down.
Use the guard point to go through the burst and parry on the...
Let me clip that. YRC,
yes.
Oh, no. Uh-oh, command
then broke them up. No meter, though, to be able to extend here. Goes for the reset, gets the air throw.
Yep.
Super, has meter to be able to cancel it. Jump on the other side, empty low, good block from E-Tact, and throws him right out the wreck across through. Oh, look. Great defensive play from E-Tact. He almost gave that up. He almost gave it up.
But you can see playing really slow is what got him back in there. Like you cannot let Leo pressure you in this match.
It's got to be those little checks and balances, right? If you try to run through me, I'm ready for my OS, or I'm ready to be able to throw you on reaction. I'm not going to give you these easy strings. I'm going to be IBing that, looking to interrupt maybe the stand heavy or the 6 heavy strings. You can't give him those little ins.
And now, look at him, just getting clipped each and every time by that unblockable.
This is Tomo, the momentum monster. He comes through, and what did we just say earlier, right? He has burst, he has meter. At that point, you can close out the round with any hit. This character just dookies out damage, man.
He thrives off of that. Like, he's definitely a heavy momentum-based character, just like Ino. However, the damage output that you're going to get in some of these situations is just the knockdown that you take after it, right? That back turn stance, definitely something you're still going to have to deal with.
Yeah, in a lot of cases, big damage into back turn stance, right? Into Oki's. Just like, and to be honest, and it's crazy because Ino was a damage monster. It's just kind of the same thing, to be honest.
It's definitely kind of the
She's
same
a damage
thing,
monster, too, but Leo was very comparable in that regard.
All right.
Yeah, dive, set into note. Goes high, good defense from Tomo. Good blocks in line. I like the use of FD on the second hit just like that, just to push her just out of range to whiff the 2S.
Yeah, and even though you're jailed after that, still you got enough time to recover. But that's a perfect coming from II-Tact. Uh-oh. This lets you know, man. This is the snowball effect right here. You start finding those openings, like I said before. It's a very momentum-based game.
It could be, rather, right?
Yeah.
Especially in a game like this, man. Sometimes against this character, man, the way she works, sometimes rounds like that happen, man.
Yeah, you have to be able to recover.
Right up the bat, rope her up.
I swear I was just thinking flash
Delay flash kick. Delay flash kick is a big thing. Cross up, and now get his own corner push.
Oh, that was so sick. That little series right there.
Oh, that purple, though. Hold on. Put the note out there. Jump kick, intercepted, but then cross up jump kick on the other side for the Eno.
Yeah, that 6K actually got him in trouble because it locked him to that position.
Both of those jump Ks very, very active on both of these characters.
Oh, this is the big boy combo.
That's it.
Ooh, I like that. Comboing into flash kick, you RC, use dust to get back down, just to get the full combo extension. That's sick.
Yeah, you have to be able to deny this Leo character a lot of meter because, again, once you let him just be able to run wild like that and he gets to be able to take these free risks kind of like that, not good.
Oh, he is using stroke to victory each and every time.
But Tomo, he actually had a pretty good answer that time, right? After the hit, he's able to intercept the attack out of the ground with his own down ass. Here we go, back turn stance in the corner. Just eats the mid string.
Oh, wow, he could have used overhead right there. Oh, wow, didn't see that.
This is way out.
Oh, so good.
Use the YRC to try to get him to press something and to try to intercept the punch press, but not going to work out here. Bad burst.
RC, spin that meter, yeah.
Yeah, it's done. Tomo moving on. Winners round 4, winners round 5. We'll see you there.
Light work. Light work. Not really. II-Tact is actually ridiculous.
As expected. Tomo, I believe on the same side of the bracket is Ogawa, I believe. Actually, so we might get a rematch of EVO 2017 semifinals, but also Toshinsai 2016 top 4, if I'm not mistaken. And again, this game is one of the, 2, 3 Legacy Arcade titles in this tournament. You always got to put some respect on Guilty Gear, KOF, and Tekken, being able to maintain that arcade legacy presence in these tournaments. And that's one reason why the top 16s, the top 32s of these games, the top 64s even for these games, you get so many killers just going head-to-head against each other. Or, I mean, some of these brackets, man, round 2 winners, bro. No being over low-high round 2, that's a doozy.
I mean, but if you think about it, like I said, that's a region thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, we have these big tournaments, and a lot of times I'm, like, of course, on the U.S. side, you're on the Japan side, but the bigger these tournaments get, we want that integration. We want to make sure that everybody's there so we can get this.
It makes the stages feel special, man. And it makes them feel heavier, too, is the big thing.
And you get that, and of course you get that home field advantage sometimes, but you also get those people that you might not have heard about that you're going to say, well, I didn't even know this guy still played, or this person I didn't even know of before, and just the legacy attached to that alone just makes its own story. Makes it so much more robust.
Especially having an event like this out here in Fukuoka, right? Having it in a place away from Tokyo like that, it also gives an opportunity with a lot of those monsters that are laying in wait, right? Haven't had too many opportunities to travel out to big events, be it for KOF, Tekken, or whatever, or even Street Fighter, right?
Oh, yeah.
You see a lot of those players able to get their chance to be able to try to compete, try to make a top 8 run, try to show the world what they're made of for these games.
Okay, all right.
And coming up next, we got what? Suiko versus Mak Geoli Amaki.
Are you aware of who this is?
Negative.
Okay, all right.
Sounds like some real net play tier names. Just gonna be honest with you. Coming up after that, you got MightMight. Okay, we got a Hong Kong versus French match up in EVO Japan. I like it.
I mean, that's the whole point, man. That's what you want. You want that mixture, man. I just like seeing a lot of the people who have never played in a Japanese arcade come and just try and face some of these guys. Like, you live here, I played here before, but man, it's a whole different ballgame playing in a tournament.
When it's your first time? I mean, even just very level 1.
Yeah.
Coming to Japan and playing in a tournament here in this environment. That's not something that traditionally players overseas have had a lot of success with.
No.
Very rare instances, right? Justin Wong, obviously, when that's the last SPO for Marvel, that was a big one. There's been little spots here and there where that's happened, but in general, it's just very difficult, man. It's one thing to win on your home turf, like you said. It's another one to cross an ocean and then go do it on somebody else's house.
Yeah. Says a lot to even be able to think you got the frame of mind to do so. Is this a button check?
No, this is the best button check right here. Yeah, just why not? Activate IK. Yeah, what the hell? It's a party.
Oh, Jesus. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Listening to the words.
Ram versus Jam. So the big thing for Ramlethal is in the mid-range is she's going to have to make decisions about when or if she wants to do sword sets. The problem is Jam's mobility, right? She's able to clear some of that range, especially along the ground, so quickly that neutral sword set is not really the best option. So you kind of have to make some weird decisions in the mid-range, whether or not you want to actually go for a sword set or just be able to hang on to the long-range normals, try to intercept her, and then get a knockdown, and then go for a set like that.
I think the latter, right? I think you're going to get that knockdown first, then you're going to go for sword set. I mean, you still have stuff like Zato that you need to be careful of, but Jam's going to challenge you a lot of times at that range, and that's when you're going to have to throw the guess. Like you said, keeping those long-range normals, but still just right at that range where he knows Jam wants to get in and start hitting buttons. Blocks the overhead, tries to go for the set.
Sweeps his way out the pressure.
All right, early burst. You're going to see all Rams should burst a lot, right? Because they got low life. They're going to take those hits. Nice burst bait. On top of that, going to get the knockdown in the corner. After the side does.
Felt like a panic burst, too, man.
Yeah.
So overhead swing, trade after. Max range string there. And just be able to lock her down to the corner, dead angle out.
Oh, wake up. Right next to the sword set.
Both of these players making heavy bets.
Oh, 2-8.
That should have been it, but bad drop from Margioli.
Oh! Bring it down.
Out the air, yeah. Nice preemptive down heavy to catch him out the instant air dash. Now Suiko, what you got for him? Bro, ground star Ryujin, raw Ryujin like that? And he was ready for it. Came down with the jump heavy.
Using that air mobility. Like, Jam can definitely move around a lot, but jumping back has been helping so much in this matchup. It's like, you know what, I don't want to do. As long as you don't knock me down, I can jump back, but there's a throw.
Yeah, and this is what I want to see more from Suiko, right? Emphasizing that throw game.
Oh, that
Jam, of course, yeah, she gets a very good reward for her throw on the ground. Kind of important to establish in a lot of matchups. I think this is one of them.
All right, mid combo set right here. This is looking really good. Not a lot of damage, but more than enough. Going to make you hold this mix up.
Yeah, Beyblade.
YRC overhead.
Give me your health or give me your meter. You're going to either have to sacrifice FD gauge, you're going to have to give up all your gauge to protect your health, or you're going to have to give me the chip.
Oh, wow. Oh.
That was nice. Calling back the sword to delay himself in the air. Got tagged afterwards, but that was almost a really, really good return there.
And that's one of the things you're going to see a lot in this matchup. I feel like that's how you get in. When you're talking about ways for Ramlethal to get in, that's going to be that. She's going to hit you with, she's going to call summon. She's going to call summon while in block strings and see if you react to it. Good pressure.
Yeah, puff ball at the wall.
Back again.
Just comes down with that big heavy, but it's tough to deal with for a lot of characters, right?
All right, there we go. These knockdown sets are working so
But then the
perfectly.
punch mash after, easy string completion, Amaki moving on. One game over, who is this? Suiko. Suiko Jam.
But yeah, I feel like that's where the meta is really going to be. Like, Ram's going to have you blocking. She's probably going to jump or just call a summon while you're blocking and look for the react. Because she wants to be able to reset and still have that same pressure. Nice jump right there.
Yeah, gets the throw upon landing. Again, going to get some decent damage. Actually drops it, but still manages to pick up with the counter hit Geki Rin. Out of range with the down heavy, gets the 6 heavy wall push. Going to max card up.
Oh, big counter hit. Look at this damage. Just 3 hits. Oh, did you hit a button? Okay, YRC just to keep that pressure.
That's fine, yeah. You can, again, give me your meter or give me your health. Went for the max for Yujin, and Suiko just, he bet it, but Amaki saw it coming, just jumped out of the way. That bad burst, he gives him the wall, though, here. Hold on.
Well, back into the corner. Whoa. Harassing right now. Tries to go for the jump H again, not going to work. Blitz. Oh, that side switch. Just held it a little bit too long.
Then Mawari Komi on the other side, gets the throw, and that's enough to close out the round. Yeah, I like this from Suiko. He's done a really good job of establishing the throw in his offense. Look for him to maybe exploit that coming up, right? Set up for some more dive kicks, and then once he gets meter, able to convert off of it.
Oh,
far ass, backs off.
And right now.
Card up. Once again, Geki Ring card up. Trying to give himself the overhead option. Gets the enhance.
Running into it this time. Didn't take the summon.
They're just mashing lows on each other, man. Really.
They just want both of them just want the knockdown. This is how you're going to get cards. This is how you're going to get the summons. Oh, that's going to hit. Super. No. Oh, I was so wrong.
Going to hit the wall. Goddamn. Hold on. Goes lot. Yeah, goes for the slide. Simple jam string and the same thing. Down heavy into Mawari Komi and then side switch throw. It's worked out so well for Suiko.
3 for 3 right now.
That big down heavy swing, though, in the super again. At least this forces Suiko again. Give me all your gauge. You saw that bottom left corner of your screen just depleted it completely. Then gives up the low. Gonna get the wall bound here as well. That's almost enough. Yeah, burst came just in time.
Gonna hit. Oh, wow. No bait on the burst. Jumped us. Oh, no. Guy clipped. Wall stick. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna be clean.
It's rated, but it still worked out. So Maki now set point. Hit by pup ball, round start. Gets pushed to the wall. You see him trying to emphasize the dive kick a little bit more. He's training him on the throws. And at this point in the corner, too, it would be easier for him to convert.
Oh, tries to go for a reset in the middle.
Mash and sweep like a beast.
Yep.
Mash and sweep like a beast. Once again, down heavy in the Morikomi. Jump S interception. Bad Ryujin after. Able to card up on Gekirin though. Once again, overhead option now just gets buffed. Look for him to emphasize that mid-screen now. No, ticks and grabs him out the blitz. Staying low.
Oh, there you go. Ram has a chance. The jump aids to keep the pressure, mash and throw.
This could be it. Not quite. No, it is. Yeah, that's it. Burn meter? No.
Oh, RC.
Yeah. Wow. Suiko, okay, able to run it back one game. Nice.
I like the changes, though. Going for more tick throws, like you said before. Not so many dive kicks, but just waiting and reacting.
Well, now going into the third game, what I'm looking for is maybe bringing out a little bit more, especially once he gets access to some, once he gets to 50% gauge. And by now, he's established the throw game, right? Now he can probably open him up. Okay, yeah, I'm going to come in for the throw. No, dive kick. Red cancel. Now I get big damage return. Possibly a corner push as well. Maybe develops on that Yomi point. We'll see.
2D. Yep.
Yep, sweet. Now Gekirin buff.
And now she's going to take to there.
Side switch bow, and there it is. The Gekirin buff gets the follow-up as well. Only a level 2, right?
Yeah. And on top of that, that's when you see that like Ram starts going to the air. Amaki's like, oh, you got charge card. I'd rather just try to fall us in the air and deal with that than be on the ground and try to get crossed up.
Jump S, no conversion once again. Morikomi through the
man.
It's rough because again she has upper body invulnerability during that, right? You want to either mash, you want to be mashing a low button that'll check her below the knees, but it's tough to react to sometimes in close quarters.
Just mashing P right there.
Just mash. No, just that. Just mash.
Yeah, why not?
Just mash.
If you're in the air, how much meter you got? I don't care. I'm a mash.
This ground pound comes down with the jump heavy. That big blade, man.
Oh, wow. Gets clipped. There's the burst again.
Amaki, man. He does not give a damn. Swing that blade. Hold. Wait for it.
Just wait.
Get now the neutral sets, but wow. Crouch, punch, mash. At the very tip of the sword range, Suiko was so close. And that was the first real round where we saw Maki willing. He said, "Hey, man, you're on the outside. You got to come in. I'm willing to put these neutral sword sets out."
This is a setup he's done twice now. Each and every time, trying to tech out of that corner, not looking for it, but still just keeping the corner in control. I like that. Maki.
Now that time, good mash, right? You were able to identify the Morikomi coming. Saw him check her below the knees. Didn't matter in the end. Was still able to get big damage afterwards.
Oh, wow, they clashed.
And the falling jump S. Meter building now, run up, saying, no, I've seen this before. Runs up, super gold.
So disrespectful.
Gets the ground pound and the follow-up. Gonna bound her to the wall. Dust, and gets the sword sets here. Now this is where you don't want to be if you're jammed. This is where you can run it back, Amaki. This is where you can seal this game.
Such a good burst.
Yeah, burst there.
Right to the sun, though.
And then gets the stand kick anti-air. Why did they clip her out there?
Final round?
Gonna move on in winners round 5.
See, this is
counter hip off ball, and here we go. On the other side, what?
Can't tech forward. You can't tech forward.
Yes.
You can't tech forward.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't. Oh, he doesn't know.
He's done it 4 times.
Don't tech forward. Okay, you got clipped. Oh, that's done.
Huge red. Yeah, that's it. After that many counter hits with that attack, man, you're not gonna get too many more chances.
Yes, that's a.
And that's Suiko. Yo, Suiko had the read on the tech situation in the corner, right? That really won him the set. That last round was a gimme.
He did it last game, and I was like, oh, okay. And then he neutral teched, so it didn't work. Still held the corner, and then the last match, he teched forward 3 times. And just the last one, like you said, if you get clipped that many times, you're going to go in a stun.
No, that stun builds up for that, man. But thanks to you guys watching at home. Again, Twitch.tv says, what is it, EVO 3, EVO 4?
EVO 2?
EVO 2? Whatever it is,
4,
man.
It is 4.
EVO 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever you watch, man. Thanks for sticking with us this weekend. Again, trying to run these brackets down to the top 8s, give you guys a good show tomorrow. Also, good show today, man. Shit, they got, what? I think BlazBlue going on right now. Got KOF going on in a minute.
Street Fighter right here going on.
A lot of good stuff
going on.
Got a lot of good action going on all weekend, for sure.
And we've already seen, like, some crazy matches, not only in this game, but every game here this weekend. So I'm telling you guys, like you said, man, if you guys are hanging out, watching some EVO Japan right now, thank you for hanging out. Real talk. Waiting on our next matchup here.
Koba from France going up against MightMight from Hong Kong. You don't often get a lot of international matches like this, especially in Japan, man, just because making it this far in the bracket is so tough. But cool that we get some international matchups on these Japanese stage too, man. Steve, what you like most about Fukuoka so far? You were in Tokyo last year.
I was in Tokyo last year.
You were in Tokyo last year. You came to Fukuoka this year. What do you think?
I think the weather here is better for it. Like,
I like it. The seaside breeze, man. You think I'm joking?
No, it feels good. Like, it makes a complete difference. At night, it get mad cold, but then you just bundle up. But, like, right now, I can walk around
But it's
outside.
A clean cold, too, because it's right off the ocean like that.
It's brisk. It's like,
you get that radiation just hits your lungs, man.
It's like a mint.
Steve, if you get superpowers, what are you going to get?
What am I going to get? I'm going to get super speed free.
Super speed? I was expecting something more creative from you, to be honest.
Look, you can't tell me more creative. You really want to know what I'm going to get? I'm going to get a stand. I'm going to get a world-breaking stand, and we've had this conversation last time I was here. I'm just saying right now. I can't get too creative because then I'm broken. I'm just saying,
y'all talk to me, man. Listen, if you have any animal summon, if you get a free animal summon like the Naruto character.
Bro.
I told you mine. I want pigeons. I want to be the one to carry the message back to the village.
That's how you going to control him. You're going to be outside.
Just clap.
He's going to be outside on the roof like, where's Obama? He's using his summon. Bust it, baby, by Plies. That's what you're going to call it. So, bust it, baby.
Bust. Why does he hold the S so long? Have you noticed that? It's two things. Like, Steve, you know about the beat? Like, the held beat? Like, bust it.
Yes. Bust it. That's why he look up. He's like, bust it, baby.
It's like they hold the S, but it's like there's startup frames on the B, right? Like there's charges.
It's
like minimum 40 frame charge, right? Like just bust.
Bust it. I'm just saying, man. I'm gonna commission that. They're like, yo, he's summoning his sand.
Just
bust. I will pay good money for that. Jesus. Oh man, that's an anime I watch. Yo, if they gave all of us superpowers, this is a button check. We can keep going.
I just want the pigeons, man. I want 1,000 pigeons, but only one is the real pigeon with the message. I just want to be Steve. My whole thing is I don't want to be good. I just want to gatekeep. I just want to gatekeep. Like if the bad guy comes to our village, I'm okay to go down in the flames, right? Like I mean, it's pretty much what's already going down.
That's what's
like, I'll go down in flames, but I just want to protect the scrolls.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Dang, you one of them?
Yeah.
You willingly say that? I gotta be a hero, bro. You don't remember my name.
It's okay. You can win. My thing is, if I can't win, nobody gets to win. F that. I just protect the gates. That's all I'm saying. And I want to be clapping outdoors to summon my 1,000 pigeons.
I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna be in the head office. Like, what is that? I'm like, Obama's working. Outside the gate, like, tell everybody.
Let's go. Faust versus Zato.
Oh, look, Faust just won, man.
Now, Endu, Endu's been also grinding quite a bit. I believe he's from East Japan. He plays in Mikado quite often, I believe. But this is Almo Zato. And Zato, man,
he's been getting a lot of flack recently, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't feel the new Zato right
now. Zato, not riding high right now. Let's put it that way, for sure. A lot of Zato players are not very happy with the state of this character right now. Obviously, a lot of vocal complaints. Let's put it that way. But for sure, I mean, on the other side though, Faust. I mean, he's been great. He was great last version. He's great this version. Got a new mix-up option off of YRC Flower. Gets a nice extension there, but
he's been pretty consistent. Like he hasn't really been too bad. Like throughout Exit, right?
But no, I mean in general, yeah, he's been very strong. I mean, there's a few characters like that though too, man. To be honest with you, I mean, even Ino and Venom, man. I think they've been pretty good throughout.
Oh, playing with him.
Yeah, and so the big thing here is, of course, Zato able to summon that shadow creature from those puddles like that. Get some.
Ooh, nice. YRC still not gonna work out. I like this pressure.
Of course, like it's cool because if you've never played this game for whatever reason, the way Zato works is you control the human character with button presses, but you control the shadow with negative edges, with button releases. So it's actually super difficult to really get around the mindset of how to pilot this character. Oh, yeah. But the players that do, the players that commit to it, they get a kind of control in fighting games that you are not going to find in too many other games. And look, bro, shout outs to my Smash brother. We ain't banning this shit, no.
Hey, we staying put, bro. I've been playing this for like 15 years now. Look, you think I'm changing up?
And the best part is we play with the items on too, man.
And we keep the items on. See me in some Guilty Gear, bro. Turning the items off, bro. My boy Faust ain't nothing but items.
I catch you on the poker floats too, man.
Right,
you can't play there.
Oh, wow.
Oh, hammer time too. A lot of stun build. He's eating, what, 2 counter hits now?
Yep.
Amo going to be in trouble. And dude is also, he's a pretty strong Faust 2 player. But usually around the red ranks, I believe, in arcade. Oh, here we go. The side dust. This is big for Zato. Gets to unsummon, gets to resummon. Now trying to fish him out the air. That tech button saved him. Gets the far S, has the meter to burn. That's going to do an Endu up 1 game.
He definitely tried to bait that.
And Amo had that. He had that bitter smack. You know what I'm talking about? That's you know what I'm talking about when you smack. When you're like, man.
You stay a little bit in like.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. Because that Nobiru. He was like, I really wanted that Nobiru hit. That would have been a counter hit, but.
That's why the tech buttons work so well.
Exactly.
Because he legit jumped up to bait a slower button, but he tech forward buttons, and a lot of people forgot how good that was. I'm a Leo player. I know how good this tech forward buttons 5K is. You ain't got to tell me, you know.
You ever just think to yourself, man, like sometimes I was like, bro, I just be mashing sometimes.
Yeah. You heard what I said when he blocked that? I was like, he's mashing right now.
I just mash.
You have to. Oh, if you ain't mad, everybody don't mash. Yo, look, I guarantee you right now, ain't nobody just gonna not mash. You mashing that throw, bro. Don't lie to me. You can lie to yourself. Don't lie to me. I almost tried.
But here we go. Corner control for Endu now. This is where he can take it.
All right, 2S in the far invite.
Now, how does the Faust player deal with that puddle situation? That time he just jumps back, gets sniped out the air with Nobiru, right? But that's something that you're going to want to watch a lot of the top Faust players, especially Nage, right? Nage, someone who lost to Ogawa for a long time.
For years. For like 15 years.
And then 2 years ago, from loser's bracket, runs it back on him 6 games straight, and since then he has not lost to him in tournament.
Yeah.
They've really broken down this matchup. Talks a lot about staying out of this range and being able to, again, prioritize checking the puddle summons, right? And how you do that, it really has to be be judgment-based given on the situation, how much meter you have.
His 2P, Faust 2P is really good for it. 2S.
The big thing is too heavy.
Yeah,
it's too heavy with a big range normal like that. That's a good one. But 2K as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he has a lot of buttons to deal with this, right? So you can see that, like, Zato's like, you know what, I'm going to do far invite, try to cover it because I get the puddle, and then he's there. Because if he sticks a button out because of it, he's dashing up close invite, still going to get the knockdown. And even if Little Eddie's dead, he still takes that pressure.
Yeah, but then AMO able to adjust pretty well there. Putting Endu on his back, tying it up here.
But yeah, I mean, we talk about people. I feel like the newer Guilty Gear players got it easy, right? Like, I had to learn this matchup the hard way, all the way like through reload and stuff like that. And now they just nerfed the character, and you know, people got to deal with it like he sucks. I'm like, shut up! I've been fighting this character for too long. I'm glad he sucks now.
Even with the thing is, he's bad in this version, right?
He's bad. He's definitely not as good. And I don't mean suck like that, but he's definitely a character that was a shell of his former self.
Even so, man, his presence in the game, though.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people wanted him back in this iteration, right? Like, they wanted him to play like this again because this is like the Eddie that we know, right? Later on, it got kind of, they changed it up a little bit and added the traps and whatnot, et cetera, et cetera. But this is more akin to maybe like XX-style Eddie. Yeah, he just doesn't have, he's just not as strong.
And I like AMO with the strong read on Endu's tech patterns there. He knew he was going to just do tech drill afterwards. Able to snipe him out the air to close out the round with the Nobiru. This time, he have full block, and this is going to be a punish. Gets the spike.
Oh, tries to make him take in a Nobiru steal there. Shadow Gallery still finds his mark. Got clipped by Nobiru steal.
It trades, but it gave him enough time to be able to get a summon. Gets Mawaru off, and then the Nobiru trade doesn't matter, though. AMO able to bring that back, man. Hey. And Endu's, he's not a bad Faust player either.
Like I said, I mean, it's not hard for, I feel like that's one of the things it's not hard for Eddie or Zato to do versus like Faust, right? Faust is going to stay back and throw items at this point because contesting the ground game is not what he's going to do. Like I said, he has the tools to do it. Every like crouching and normal is going to deal with it. Yeah. However, but if you play that footsies game and you get knocked down one time and you don't have a summon out there,
it's brutal.
It's going to be brutal. So playing the jump back game is probably better.
Jump back. If you were able to land a too heavy, you know, you have to make that decision. Do I want to reel him in and try to get some meter, or do I try to get a follow-up, or am I going to take this opportunity to throw items, take my, test my luck? If you can make the screen so chaotic to where summoning Eddie is a liability now, you know, that's kind of going to give the Faust player an in, right?
You get to play. You get to play then. You get that back and forth. He has a pretty fast run, and he low profiles. So you're not
and his run got buffed, too. That's crazy. Like, I'm like, what the hell? I was like, why?
Whose idea was this? Why would you do it? Either way.
But coming up next, we got Tapio from Japan going against Shimoe. Shimoe from Japan.
Shimoe from Japan.
Shimoe.
Hey. That's definitely Shimoe. Yo, Shimoe. He looked at me. It's Shimoe, right? Is it Shimoe? I'm asking him his name. He can't hear me. He can't hear me. Shimoe. No, it can't be Shimoe. It's not. Look, he ain't cool enough.
He's not cool enough?
He's Shimoe. He's Shimoe.
Now, it says Japan here. Never mind. I'm not. No racies. No. Are you sure? Are you sure about the flag on this one? Never mind. Hey, he's repping where he's from. I ain't mad.
He's repping his hood, man.
Yeah, just like, hell, where's my California shirt? Hello, fellow Californians. I too like the in and out. I've been one guy too. Yo, are you a USC fan too? I love USC.
Oh man, I'm not a USC fan.
I mean, you're not from the California.
Right? Like, you know, that's the worst thing about California, right? They just come up to me like, yeah, you see that USC game? I'm like, bro, I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know what gave you the impression that I care, but I apologize. Now, if you want to talk about some anime, come holler at your boy.
Yeah. coming up. Yeah. Talk to me, man. How's the other tournament been going so far for you?
Everything has actually been going really well. I mean, I'm looking at some of the matches that I've seen. Like we said, we talked about Tekken starting off ridiculously. We already saw like some crazy Street Fighter matches, and here we are like Guilty Gear. Well, we're looking at crazy stuff go down already. You saw Kazunoko earlier go down.
Well, Kazunoko stayed in winners, just barely.
Oh,
but
yeah,
Zadi went down.
Zadi went down, excuse me. But what a match. That set, which is actually too good, is what I really meant to say.
Against a really strong Axel player, man. They be out. They're out here, bro.
They definitely are alive.
Speaking of which, man, we got another one.
All right. Oh, hold up, man. I got it. Which one is these I'm using? There we go. Oh yeah, and this matchup actually is a little different too. If this is actually what they're gonna do. I just feel like it's gonna be hard if Axel gets knocked down, but as long as he can play that mid to full screen range, he's gonna be in full control. Yeah,
it's rough. It's rough, and the hard part is Millia's movement, right? She's highest movement class in the game. Very strong air mobility and ground mobility. And even though Axel has gotten new attacks, right, that allow him to cut off new lanes of the screen that he couldn't do before, it's still different. She's also a small target is the other thing. Yeah. Small target, very fast. If you're able to nail her, able to get her down there, especially when she doesn't have access to any of her meter reversal options, that's very good for Axel.
Or especially hairpin.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. But the big thing is, man, she's small and fast. It can be tough. It can be tough to nail her down. And this is actually Koba versus MightMight. I knew he wasn't from Japan. That's Koba. That's Koba. He's from France. Viva la France. Let's go. What? No, but they weebs too, man. They eat escargot with chopsticks and stuff, man.
Oh, that's gross, dude. Pin.
And then, just like you said, right? The threat of pin coming through, cross up after the disc.
Makes you second guess DP, especially as an action player. Tries to backdash, get caught by YRC disc.
Dangerous burst too.
Oh, nice.
So he reacted to it just a little bit too late. Disc set up now, gonna push him to the wall. Just hold this corner position now. And that's the other thing too, right? A lot of Millia's long-reaching normals, it's difficult for her to convert into knockdown off of those long-reaching normals. She wants to try to keep some 50%, just to where if she's able to outplay him in that mid-range, right, she can safely convert it to a knockdown, run her Oki game, gets the air touches. That dangerous whip down as.
Oh, wow.
Offensive burst, just be able to hold the corners. DP.
I knew it. I swear to God, I knew it. I was like,
he
that's
didn't
the
do it
only
all.
thing.
He didn't do it all round. He waited till the very end.
Pull the pin. Let it fly.
Yo, let's go, France.
Oh, snaps. Oh, snaps on the same side. Look at that damage, though. Went for the air throw on the follow-up.
But unfortunately, Koba corners himself. The last thing you want to do against this character. But yeah, and there you see some of the. There's a lot of characters with reversals. A few characters with reversals in this game.
Oh,
and despite that, Milla actually still has a lot of ways to be able to punish them badly for it. Set them up for you to be able to rely on that option and then hang you. Yeah, it goes for car, air car, then walk up right under the stand punch and then just gets a kick knockdown. Wow.
That was the tail end, too. Corner, disc, just to get the kill. Okay, MightMight, I see you.
You saw her low-profile run under the punch like that. That's, again, you talk about her mobility and the size of her as a character coming into play here. DP, no, you can't rely on that like that.
Oh, backdash.
Yeah, on the other side now you have to burst. You're going to go Sparrowhawk. That's fine. I'm going to pin you.
Oh, yeah. And that's the problem, right? Like, once Milla gets in, it just gets so much more scary. You're like, well, now I'm knocked down. What am I going to do about this disc? I'm a backdash. That's cool. I can still do this 6K, run up, still get the follow-up, knock down in the corner.
Drop, put you in the secret garden. I read this book. Overhead, TK.
And still conversion. That's going to be that. Man, look, I was just telling somebody that, like, Milla is one of those characters that literally blindsides you.
Yeah.
You're like, well, she's moving around. And no, as long as I can keep her there, I'm in.
In theory, her Okazemi is one of the more basic of the game, right?
Yeah.
But it's super effective. She's so fast, man.
Makes you deal with a lot. Oh, okay, that was a nice
Koba,
option.
I mean, for all intents and purposes, Koba actually didn't do too badly, right, considering the nature of this matchup. But, again, just didn't clutch it out in a few situations. Now getting, rolled on, getting throwed on. Going to drop him here with the bad moon. Red cancel, we're not done yet. Secret Garden once again.
Oh, wow.
In the sweep, once again, just run it back. Run it back.
Just to keep the pressure, bad moon. Sets up disc again, DP, and he's known he's going to do it now. So now he's just jumping, it's clashing.
He's checking for it, he's just looking for it. It's once he scouted it. That's how a lot of the reversal characters work. Against characters like Milla, against characters like Ino, right? They have ways to be able to hang you for relying on that option. Even though their presence is a threat, right? You can't run the same exact kind of Okazeme, but their presence is a threat. But you can account for them. Jump up, comes down with the slash.
It's moving like we were talking about.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you see him now feigning a lot with his movement. More box-style movement, right? One air dash land, get another air dash in. Big pick up here. Meter building, gonna run the disc. TK bad moon once again. Slash. That's a wrap.
That was
Hong
quick.
Kong over France this time.
That was quick.
Yeah. I mean, it's Milla, man. She's fast, bro. She's fast. And coming up next now, yeah, Shimoe versus Tapio.
Shimoe, man, it's Shimoe.
Good stuff to Baco, good stuff to France. Even though they was talking mess about me and Tasty Steve on Twitter, bro, they ain't got the guts to add us.
Oh,
but good stuff good stuff to all the French people out there tuning in. We got y'all out here, bro. Doing work at Soul Calibur, doing work in a couple other games.
Shout out to my boy Guan Guy. You know all it is. You know what I'm saying? That's the Milla to roll me up under a bus, bro. That boy ate me up. It was terrifying. And he's a keyboard player.
Oh, no.
And I'm telling you,
I had
to go wash my mouth out once I was done playing him, man. It was crazy. Either way, hope you guys are enjoying. This is Guilty Gear Exit Rev 2 EVO Japan 2019. It's been lovely, man, and you can feel the tension going up now because we're getting to the tail end of these things.
Yeah, you weren't lying, man. There's a lot more people in here than there were yesterday for sure. It's
right?
people in the rafters.
Exactly.
I
was like, it's not that many. I'm like, are y'all crazy? Have y'all not been looking at this? But it's a bunch of people here. A lot of people trying to look at some Guilty Gear, man. Just fighting games in general, man. It's a lovely thing. It's a beautiful thing. EVO bringing the masses together for you, me, and everybody in video games.
For sure, yeah. Stepping up, yeah. It looks like we're going to have, I guess, one more match after this. Miyazaki Shibakoh versus Shiba. And we got to be closing out to the winners round 4, 5, and 6. We have to be starting to get into that top 16 area.
I feel like we need to be getting a lot closer to it. Yeah, we should be as these guys get set up. So how do you feel about this year so far, man, comparatively, man? When we talk about just like the atmosphere, this is the second one, you know what I mean? And I feel like this is one of the better places for a game like this to thrive anyway. This is where we're going to come to see like the highest level of this competition. How do you feel this represents Wise? I mean, when it talking strictly about gameplay.
Talking about strictly about gameplay?
I mean, gameplay and the event itself, excuse me.
I mean, what I would say is I think the same, you're still looking for the same things with this tournament on big stages like that, right? We're looking for North Americans or Europeans who make the trek out here. In this case, Lost Soul, I think, is probably the one that is going to catch everyone's attention, right?
Still in winners, I believe.
Yeah, still in winners. So we're looking for him. Can he make that run the top 8? Again, we talked about this earlier, cracked the glass ceiling at EVO this year. He got third place in a game that, you know, this game a lot like a Third Strike, right? We traditionally associate with Japanese arcade dominance, right? Just like, man, they're too good, they're too good. We're saying for years the gap is too wide. Maybe it is a wide gap, but maybe it's not as wide as we once thought.
Yeah. Lost Soul
cracking third place, and it had been the best part is it's been building towards that, right? You had Zidane crack top 8 first year at EVO. You had Marlon Pie crack it again. It wasn't a fluke. Next year after that, no one got top 8, but you had more foreigners and more non-Japanese players in the top 32 than you had any year prior.
Yeah.
This year, Lost Soul goes to EVO, beats Nage, your EVO Japan champion from last year, in loser side to be able to secure third place at a world-class tournament like that. I mean, what do you say to that, dude?
Yeah.
That's again, I'm not saying that gap doesn't exist, but maybe it's not as big as you once thought.
Definitely. I'm telling you right now, man. I told Lost Soul, I'm like, man, you breathe underwater, man. You Aquaman, bro. Like, you play online. You're born in
he's definitely on some other stuff,
right?
For sure, yeah.
And I played this man. I've played him. I'm like, bro, how did you know? Like, he can switch up from round to round, and he's definitely one of those.
And the cool thing to me is he's talked a lot to the Japanese players, especially when he came out here for Arc Rebel, and that's the other thing too, right? Lost Soul did that in Las Vegas. Can you come to Japan and do that? That's a completely different story.
That's a whole
new ball game. But when he came for Arc Rebel, he just missed top 8, was very disappointed in himself. But Doran was able to pick up the slack and maintain some American presence in top 8. However, my thing for Lost Soul in particular is, man, can you find a way to do it again? Can you make this top 8 run stage to the run?
Well, we're definitely going to find out before the end. I can tell you that. But here we go. Chipp versus Bedman.
And I'll tell you right now, Steve, this matchup sucks.
Oh, yeah.
This is traditionally one of his worst matchups. One reason why is because Chipp can, you should know this, Chipp can do whatever the hell he wants. This is a god character. He has everything. The screen is a jungle gym, and he is just a child at play.
Yeah, he removes a lot of what Bedman used to do to, like, annoy people, right?
Yeah,
like,
teleports, jumps. He has projectiles of his own. TK Alpha Blade on the ground. He has a DP. Bro, he's just so privileged. He has command grab. Why? Why does he have all this? I'm mad as hell, bro.
No, that's definitely true, though.
And the thing is, a lot of what Bedman thrives off of is being able to set up for a kind of poke-heavy game or zoning game that uses that jump-up ball, right? But Chipp can just remove, he
yeah.
can just completely remove it from the sphere of influence. And Bedman's normals are not that strong, not strong enough to rely on, especially in the face of Chipp, man. That jump D, you are not anti-airing that with Bedman's anti-air.
No, it's not. You're definitely not.
And the big thing was Bedman is a character. Never mind, I'm gonna stop talking about it.
Yeah,
you got me started. You got me started.
I already know, trust me. Okay, nice burst.
Yeah, and this is a rough situation, especially when you only have a little bit of meter.
Oh, same side.
Yeah.
Oh, this dude knows.
Tried to backdash, but it's active, but it's fairly recoverable. Has a good bit of recovery, rather. Okay, comes in off the K, but yeah, doesn't get the confirm, and then, yeah, that's super. Look at how many hits that does. Bedman has no guts. Guess what? You're going to hold that.
You're still dying from it.
Wire C off the wall, Kling. I'm going to stay on the same side, come down with those blades. Bro, can we get some blades for the I like the arm blades.
Oh, yeah?
I do like that. That's like
That's dangerous, bro. You're going to hurt yourself. There's no way that works right.
That is some stuff you would definitely hurt yourself.
Yeah, bro. All it takes is one mistake, and you see how sharp it is. Good luck with that. What happened, bro? I killed myself, man. I just called and let you know you was right.
I was just swinging, man.
You're in the front yard just doing this. Bro, this is sick. Watch me cut down this tree. Oh, dog. Let's
go other side. Gold burst. Now, this is one of the ways that you can do it, right? Bedman, you have to be able to set up that win condition. If you get a gold burst in a round, you've got to be able to establish some offense, get some glyphs out there, and just try to kill this character as quickly as possible.
I think it's very much about that. I mean, like I said, that's what his game kind of revolves around anyway, but I feel like he's definitely going to have to – oh, nice air throw.
He was just mashing, bro. He was just mashing.
Well, of course he was mashing, but still.
He was just mashing. He was mashing like a mouse. Resetting the dust, that's how you feel? Okay. Shimoe, this is loser's round 1, by the way. Comes down with the jump dust. That's it. Almost impossible button for Bedman to really contest with. This 6P got his anti-air punch button got nerfed, right? So that makes it even more susceptible to D. You can kind of bet on blitzes and try to go forward dash through it, right? Try to get a teleport off, but not really, doesn't have a lot of good answers for it.
Oh, nice. I don't know what that combo was.
And yeah, resetting the teleport. Bad burst, and here you go. Got the punish.
Bad slam just to get out. Bedman trying to get something started.
Okay, now here's where you can get something started, right? Off of that task P Okazeme, but teleport, and now it's gone.
RC.
You had one chance. That's how, a lot of this matchup, man. Sometimes you have one chance. You know, sometimes you make one good call. Yeah. You got one shot. You got to be able to close it out here. If they get away like that, and you have to try to find your own terms once again, it's really tough, man. Especially against good players like that.
Oh, tried to use charge blitz, not gonna work.
He should have been plus, but he just mashed. He's
just mad. Plus, but he just mad.
He's just mad. Yeah, you see trying to zone, but of course, Chipp. Gotta imagine teleport coming soon. There it is.
There it is.
Of course, good players, a lot of them are looking to react to that teleport, try to go up for an air grab, maybe predict which way you're going. If you go up or to the left or the right, either way, if you're going up for an air grab, you're gonna snatch him, right? But man, it's tough against Chipp.
You really have to be careful in all honesty, because like Chipp, you said he's way too fast in this matchup, and a lot of people get hit. All you're gonna hear is counter, counter. 2S, another one of those things he can do, like little micro dash 2S to keep people on their toes, and just he's definitely a privileged guy.
And even in those situations where, like, let's say it trades, right, or something like that happens, he can just teleport again, just do it again, man, and you're still in a bad position. But good stuff to Shimoe and the two players that just played. Got some nice representation out here, doing work. Yeah,
like
Tapio.
Well, regardless, guys, we're going to take a quick break here at EVO Japan, but stay tuned. There's more Guilty Gear right after this.
Be right back.
ドニマルです。最近のいいこと？あ、この前オーディション受けたんですけど、受かって仕事もらえたんですよ。再現 CG の仕事なんですけど。やりきってやりました。
あなたにハッピーを、ハピちゃん。2月はドリンクもらえる。DTV 特典実施中。
やりきってやりました。ドニマルです。最近のいいこと？仕事もらいまして。再現 CG の仕事なんですけど。
あなたにハッピーを、ハピちゃん。2月はドリンクもらえる。
やりきってやりました。
仕事探しはインディード、バイト探しもインディード、仕事探しはインディード。
キャンペーン 中って言ってます。
言ってねえだろ。
いや言ってるね。
あ？
仕事バイト探しはインディード。
前へ進む。世界女王はゴールじゃない。次へ行く。日産の技術で自動運転を実現するために立ち止まってる暇なんて一瞬もない。日産は挑み続ける。プロパイロットで自動運転の未来へ。
ぶっちぎれ技術の日産。
二宮さん、
今度何？
サロンパスの CM ください。
子供？
新しい表現見ますよね。
まあ
張って寝て気持ちいい。
ダメですか？
ずるいよ。
張って寝て気持ちいいサロンパス。
120枚入りも。
久光。
Welcome back, guys. EVO 2019 Japan edition. Stamp that bad boy. Majin Obama, Tasty Steve. Yeah, we still here. We're still playing Guilty Gear. Next match ready.
Let's go. FG Miyazaki Shibakoh going up against Shiba.
Okay, all right.
JP matchup again. We're still working our way through the losers bracket. For some reason, we ran like 5 rounds of winners, and then we're just going catching up on losers side. It's a party, man.
It's gonna get. Look, it's gonna have to get done no matter what. I don't have a problem with it, man. If we're gonna play and watch Guilty Gear, run that. Run that noise.
Yeah, we got some nice matches lined up. Looks like I think Roze Kai is in the mix as well. Wonder if that's a loser side or a winner side match. I can't recall.
Not sure. Not sure. Yeah, we got some matches. We already got them lined up for you guys, too. And like I said before, if you want to see where Guilty Gear goes after the intermediacy, once you get full grown, this is what you're looking at right now. This is a great way to gauge where you want to play, you know? And I just mean the event overall. But I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves.
Yeah, it looks like Shibakoh or Shiba is having some issues right now. I'm just going to get that figured out. But talk to me, Steve, if you had to make a pick, who do you want to see on Sunday winner side? Who are you looking for to make a statement in this tournament?
I mean, in all honesty, man, I'm a classic man, bro. I will take my Tomo, you know what I'm saying? I'll take my Tomo. But in all honesty, we talked about him a little earlier. I really want Lost Soul to come out and just, if he can crack top 8, I will be happy with it.
If he cracks top 8, I think, well, to be honest with you, man.
Do you think he can crack top 8? Like, and you live.
It's not a question of can he. He can.
Yeah.
Right? But to me, I'm trying to think if after the EVO 2018 third place finish, Dorn gets top 8 at Arc Revo here as well. I feel like he almost has to do more. I feel like he has. I'm saying like he has to make top 8 to remain consistent. Is what I'm like.
Dang,
to maintain
to
maintain what we've been building, right? I mean, it kind of feels that way, to be honest with you. It's been building up every year. It's been a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, right? And as the sole representative in this tournament, I mean, he has to maintain that status quo almost, to be honest.
What do you think that would say, right? I know we talked about the gap, right? He gets a top 3 at EVO Japan in Guilty Gear.
I mean, I think that cements what we were saying, right? Maybe that gap isn't as big as you once thought. For an arcade legacy title like this one, that's a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we've never really had the opportunity to even see a player like Lost Soul come and play here. Because we always talk about those people who kind of have that unconventional bringing, right? Who have like, say, hey, like they learned how to play here, or they learned how to play on the outskirts of Japan, or anything like that. I feel like Lost Soul is a very unique thing. I mean, Wong Nation, hell, he's the person who put him there.
I mean, he's super. Yeah,
you know
hey, you got to get props to Justin, man. That's something. Like, no cornball stuff, right? What I like to see is people giving people chances, people giving people opportunities. Oh, yeah. And in that case, where it's literally Justin like, hey, man, you're out here doing work. You know what? We're going to ship you here. Go do your thing. That's, yeah, you got to put some respect on Justin Wong's name, for sure. That's awesome.
But, yeah, I mean, if Justin says, hey, man, I think you're good enough to do this.
That's not a bad guy to have in your corner.
That's not a bad guy. I was actually talking to him. I saw him at Frosty Faustings just recently. I'm like, yo, man, you ready to go out there and do work? He's like, yeah. Yo, Steve, man, I'm always ready, bro. And I'm like, yo, okay.
Can you do the Lost Soul impression one more time? Yo, sell me some In-N-Out burgers in the Lost Soul voice.
Yo, have you had double animal style? Yo, I'm trying to tell you, it's so godlike. It's so godlike. I'm trying to tell you, man. You don't even know. Yo, Offcast, tell him how good. Tell him how good double animal style is. You don't even know, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
Now, so you remember last year when Nage won? Something that we do at EVO Japan that is, or in a lot of Japanese tournaments, right? Before the grand finals, they let everybody speak their piece to the people, right? Can you imagine giving Lost Soul the microphone?
Bro, he got Bedman win quotes, bro. Why would you let him? Why would y'all give him a mic? He don't even have a mic on him when he wins, and he still says the win quote.
Bro, he's just yelling. He's just literally just yelling at the air.
That's why he's yelling. Bro. All right, let me stop. Oh, bro. Oh, man. Maybe later. Oh, man, this dude's getting bodied, though.
Oh, after the stun, what's the pick? What's in the Nissan Cup Noodles? Guess the Angel?
That was pretty good, man. The Nissan Cup Noodles.
It feels good.
Oh, the spring. Katami. Oh.
What? The jump punch to intercept him off the top? All right, cool. Why not? This is another character, man. She's had. Listen, since she came out, they said she was a little weak. They said she needed a little bit of help. They couldn't get, I guess, bring her in the same way that they brought in her old version, right? Maybe just too much of an obtuse element in the game, really.
Oh, yeah.
But
she was like a counterpiece to everybody.
Yeah. But in this game, in this series, since she's come out, nothing but good buffs since then. A lot of quality of life stuff added to her. She's a monster now, Steve. In this version, she's very good, I think.
Oh, yeah, I think she's really good. You can tell there's been a recent influx in a lot of Baiken players, and you can tell they still kind of control the pace of the match, and differently than, you know, characters like an Axel or even a Faust at that matter. They control it a little differently because they can play their offset. They can say, well, hey, look, you can't swing here. You have to take a guess or probably go for a throw, delay it a little bit, see what I'm going to do, and that makes the game, that changes exactly
the other thing too, man. She hurts now too, man. The other thing,
and that makes you second guess swinging in some of these instances. You don't want to get clipped. Especially if you got one that's converting.
Kabari with the chase down, I'm going to blow you up with your own bomb. Yuzansen.
Yuzansen.
Comes down with the heavy button. Kabari with the meter burn.
Donuts. Acquired. Oh,
got the nice and hot Krispy Kreme. With the little light on? With the little light on, Steve?
You know they ready, hot and ready?
My sister ate a whole box by herself, dog. I was like,
okay? She ate a whole box? I'm sorry. That is scary, bro. She was shitting out sugar cubes, bro. All right, here we go. Baiken takes game #1.
What was it called? The KFC sandwich? The KFC sandwich with the Krispy Kreme bun?
Man,
what was it called?
I don't even know. That's gross, bro. That's some
the
that's
itis? They call it the itis or something?
That's a Nerd Josh burger, bro. That dude Nerd Josh try to eat something like that. Yo, Steve, you got to put syrup on it. Josh, do you want me to die? Like, what up? All right, nice editor.
You got to put syrup on it?
Josh, you got to try to put syrup on it? I'm just telling you, Steve. I'm like, nah, man, I ain't ready for that, man. You're trying to kill me, bro.
Trying to get me type 2 diabetes or
type
something.
4. the T virus diabetes.
And then you see right there, once he gets access to some of that meter, that Yuzansen instant overhead like that, able to get some return off of it. Return back to neutral though. Shiba trying to back up. Up one game here.
And this is what I was talking about. Her air dash is another thing. Now, her air dust is another thing. She has air to time.
Yeah, the cannonball.
There's so much that can happen for her.
Hold on. That's the big ball though.
Oh, James Cameron in the building.
Yeah, that's how it works a lot of times, too. If it goes in that direction, just kind of use it to hide behind. Kind of put some safe pokes out there. You know they're not going to want to challenge it.
Oh, 2D get picked up there as a mini Faust. The quick air dash S is definitely helping out Baiken right now. Didn't see the door. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord switch.
Side switch and then get over here. Bro, yeah, this is it. Yeah, this song. I'm not gonna lie, it didn't hit me the first time, but then the second listen, I was like, damn, that is tight. It took me more than one listen, but I came around. Side switch, here we go. Okay. Counter hits Atomic Gaishi.
I love these combos. Ooh.
He pulled up short on it actually, but yeah, I like him too, man. The cannonball bouncing you off the wall like that.
That air dash back in, do it again. Oh, the spring.
Yeah, trying to go up and intercept with that jump.
That was sick. Gotta be careful with the guard cancel run. Nice going for the low right there. Still gonna get hit by the
into the meteors. Okay. Up from up top.
Did you see her hit it with the smooth criminal? Jump to the other side.
But Atomic Gaishi, and then yeah, the landing gonna get the OTG touch.
Oh. Have they ever had a concert of Guilty Gear music?
Yeah, they have.
Just go and chill.
It's called, I think, like Guilty Rock Festival or something like that.
I was that man. Look.
They had a few years ago, but that's when they announced Dexter actually.
If it happened again and I'm not aware, I'm telling you right now, I'm depending on you to tell me about it. Somebody clip that and send it to me so I can have it.
RS poke, and there's the little big body. Get over here. That's that real Mortal Kombat. That's that real Scorpion.
The jumbo plush. I want the big one in the back. Oh, nice.
Wow.
5K. That definitely still holds you on counter hit.
And then reel him in.
Come down here.
Push to the wall. YRC.
Oh, that was so sick. YRC 5K again.
Went up with the Azami, the dash up Azami like that too.
The door again. Oh, that was sick.
And then drop that blade down on him. Here we go. Good finish there. Still making our way through the losers in our early rounds of winners, right?
Bro, look at this wind transition. That is beautiful.
It looks pretty good, man.
Walking across the bridge after doing no dirty work.
They did some nice work with her, man. I gotta admit. Got to give it up. But coming up next, we're going to have Ruka from the U.S. going up against, it says Roze, but maybe it's Roze. If it's the Kai player that I think it is, should be a good match.
It's Roze.
They maybe misromanized it as Roze.
Okay.
But it might be a different player.
All right, let's see who's coming up. Boom,
is that Chillendu? Is that, you know what I'm talking about?
That does look like And I hung out with him. It definitely, when the first you said
he hit you with that mango? The mango up?
Oh, man. That definitely looks like chilling, dude.
My man, he looks like he bets all of his money on 0-0 in roulette. Bro, Steve, look.
Why'd you do that? I wouldn't have did that to you. I wouldn't have did that to you. That's
you got.
Well, guys, more Guilty Gear. I'm glad you're here. You're so stupid. I hate this shit. That's messed up, man.
Well, if I had to look at it, you had to look at it too, man.
Jesus.
Ruka, pull your goddamn pants up.
Right?
Wear a belt, man. Jesus.
Right? Oh, man.
You ever be like, I want to loan you a belt. I want to help you. It's for you, not me.
I'll give you the shoestring.
Right? It's for me, not you.
Right?
You know.
You don't feel that breeze, bro? No? Anyways. Let's see what's about to happen, man.
Yeah, so we got a U.S. versus Japan, man. Once again, you know what? Despite the sagging pants, Ruka, I got to put some respect on his name, man. You come out here to play this game in tournament. That's I got to tip my hat to you, man. This is a rough game to come out here and compete in.
Look, man, especially to say you on purpose, man. Come on, yeah, I'm going to play some Guilty Gear in Japan. You talking crazy. Because I'm going to tell you right now, it ain't easy. Not in this environment, man. It's a little harder to breathe in the world of Guilty Gear here.
Yeah. So it looked like this was not the player that I thought it was. This is Roze. Roze May versus Ruka. Chipp. My man Ruka playing Chipp? Okay, cool. Yeah, he knows where it's at. Trying to run for president.
Yo, blue
Here
water,
we go.
blue sky for real? All blood checks. Okay.
Yeah, now this matchup too, right? May has a lot of zoning options. He is but the big thing is very high damage return too. If Chipp gets touched once, if he gets caught once and put into a disadvantageous situation, he eats an overhead after. That's going to be, man, he's going to lose a lot of health really, really quickly. You got to remember Chipp, although he has very high mobility, very low health.
He's a pixie, man.
Yeah.
And on top of that, it's not only that. It's just the fact that May has a command throw. If he freezes up too long, the combo damage that she gets from that is ridiculous. And it sets you up for stun.
Yeah, and then Oki as well.
Yep. So
Not the best Oki, but still pretty solid Oki,
Oh,
depending on where she gets in the screen.
well, let's see what happens. Yo, did this dude really just change for random? I think it should be a rule that you have to play
Just do random stage?
always random stage and random soundtrack. I mean, if we land on, some unfavorable things, longest birthday train ain't on there. That's all I ask.
You're not down with the birthday train?
I'm not gonna play it. I can't play Guilty Gear to birthday train. I'm sorry.
I'm not about that birthday train or the Raven theme. I don't like it.
You don't rock with the Raven theme?
It's just crazy. They're just yelling.
They're just crazy. They're just yelling. Sound like my granddad, man. Damn, Obama. All right, here we
This
go.
ain't music.
And you only know your Miles Davis. I'm like, you need to calm down, man. Two kinds of different
Put
music.
that cold train on. Put that cold train on. There you go, putting the beach balls out there.
Okay.
And again, the best part about Chipp, right, a lot of these zoning options,
Yeah, that was sick.
You have advantages that most of the characters in the cast don't have. You can move around the screen so freely thanks to those teleports, thanks to those jumps, thanks to, just your mobility and your size as a character.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, we came with the, okay. Let's go, Ruka.
Hey, the what?
Pull your pants up, let's go.
Come on, man. He's like, you gonna see this ass crack. You gonna see it while I'm doing these combos. Watch it all. Oh,
Man, round start slide just like that. Early burst too. Roze starting to feel the pressure.
Yeah, these Black V combos still adding up though. Still has the
And
corner.
6P out the Dolphin, that's brave, but man, it is.
That's what I'm looking for, man. I'm looking for you to do the Dolphin for full screen so I can 6P.
Yeah, no drop here, right? Get the reset, but down heavy counter hit. It doesn't confirm, but hold on. Dolphin time.
Wow. See, that could have been dangerous.
Yeah, he gives up his burst. Yeah, if he didn't have burst in that situation, right? No meter either. Would have been a really, really bad setup there. Counter hit Dolphin, counter hit ball. You see these little hits. You see how dangerous it is to be a Chipp player.
And this is what I was talking about, the situations like that. Still getting these counter hits, but not able to close out. Had two opportunities to kill Chipp right there.
But got the stun.
What are you doing? Stop hitting him. See, and this is what I was talking about.
And that's it. Wow.
All that, like you talked about it, man. Chipp's movement is what's going to keep him alive here. May hits like a tank. That little girl hurts you.
And that's all it took, right? Just running into a beach ball, running into a Dolphin. I cannot believe what he just did.
I know you saw it. I just had to give the visual confirmation that you did.
Dolphin set. Gonna ride high this time.
The porpoises. The bottlenose.
Uh-oh. This time Gwen's right into a dusk. We take him to the sky.
That was a bad. I wouldn't burst right there.
Yeah, at the very end like that.
Oh, purple RC. Look at this. Oh,
And then eats the overhead. Man, Ruka, he looked so strong in the beginning.
It's that look. You pointed out exactly what was going to happen. It was just the fact that like Chipp is going to move around. He has teleports, but
when he was moving, he was doing well. Yeah. When he was moving, he was doing well. But then you run into a couple things like that, and all of a sudden, I mean, the first time he didn't even get necessarily outplayed, right? Just got stunned right after that. 8-3 counter hits, and that's all it takes.
It was the Dolphins. I even started that first round like, yo, man, that was sick. But it was just the fact that he kept getting hit, and those hits add up. He is a pixie.
Full one just to keep the corner, gets the sweep.
Jump back once again. Like I said, the movement is what's going to help him. Uh-oh.
Did she grab him out of oh my God. Oh, other side? Side switching? Oh, the jump. See? Those jumping, no, listen, you can be whatever you want to be, Steve. You can be whatever you, if you want to be a hitbox, if you just want to become a hitbox, you can go for it. She just is a 360-degree hitbox. Why? For no reason. She just becomes a big red ball.
Is the knockdown.
I could have been a lawyer. Instead, I became a hitbox.
I'm just going to become a hitbox. Just a big green silhouette outline.
What do you want to be when you grow up, Steve?
A hitbox.
I want to become a hitbox.
And they're going to throw me at other people. They're like, oh, the Steve.
No, not that
sideways.
nasty. Not the controller. They be cheating on those, man. I'm talking about a real hitbox. Get the sweet ball. Dolphin sets. It's another low and another, stagger command grab just like that. Other side trying to fall with the anchor. Yeah, Alpha out of there. Give yourself some space to be able to, again, wait for him to expose himself. You can just come in. Bad bursting. Ruka, you're giving this up. Slide wire C into another grab.
Scooped. Okay, 2S this time.
I like the challenge. I like the punish. This is good. And again, Endu, he's not going to get a knockdown from the situation, but gets a chance to reposition himself, and he might be able to take it from this.
That's definitely it. That's definitely it.
He's dropping, not getting his full return out of a lot of these hits, but it worked out. Roze laughing it up.
Wow.
Wow, Dolphin on the other side. Out the teleport. Oh, these counter hits going to add up too.
Oh, you're real close to stun right now.
Senga.
Real close to stun right now.
He gets up one more hit.
That's might be it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I already saw. I was like, you might be close to stun, bro.
All it took was after that counter hit, after the command grab, after the air hit, after that, it only takes one more hit after that. Roze, despite a strong start from Ruka.
Damn. It's like that out here.
But good stuff, man. Yeah, you came out here, you crossed an ocean to come and compete in this game. Got it. Tip my hat to you. It's rough. I've been there, brother. I've been there.
I've been here, and you're here. Watching some EVO, Japan 2019. I hate getting beat up in these arcades, man. I'm telling you right now.
You know what the problem is, Steve? Sometimes you can't assign your performance in the game to your value as a human, right?
I know, but God, man, look. I walked home. I felt like I walking home blood. Steve, what happened, man? Mikado just.
I just get emo, man. I just like. You know, some nights like I play. I have a good night. I'm like, hey man, let's go out. You know, like I'm feeling good. Then
drinks on me, everybody.
Then those other nights, they be
apple
like,
juice for all.
They're like, you getting on? Are you coming? Nah, man. I'm gonna stay home and watch Crunchyroll.
Yo, man, I'm gonna talk to y'all tomorrow. You let the window open while it's raining. You just look at it.
I'm gonna go watch the last scene of Glory on repeat, just like for no reason. Just why not?
I'm gonna go home and listen to Wings. What was it? The KOF 99 song?
Tears. This actually called Tears.
Listen to Tears.
I'm gonna go cry. I'm gonna cry and listen to Tears.
I'm just saying, if you really want to feel bad about yourself, but it's all right though. Kyonmode?
What does your man say? Without struggle, there is no progress. You gotta get in there. You gotta get in there. You gotta go. You gotta play. Dude, just play the damn game. Shit.
You gotta feel what it's like, man. You gotta get the ins and outs, bro. I'm just saying. Remember in Metal Gear Solid when he was like the bone, the sinew. He was talking to us, man. He wants you to get out there and feel alive through these hands.
Man, I would love some nano machines. That would be tight.
That's cheap, bro. I'm telling you.
That shit is cheap.
That's mad cheap. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, my imagination is crazy. And I'm already ridiculous, and I'm about to be 35. You going to give me nano machines? Bro, I will be everywhere.
Does the Smash Brothers community, they ban nano machines, right? Nano machines are definitely banned, right? We can't be playing with these nano machines on,
This dude is obviously using nano machines to wobble across the stage.
What I told you about all that damn wobbling? Turn off those nano machines.
Your dad busting your room. You better not be here doing no damn wobbling.
Listen, I was talking to Renz earlier, man. When they first started talking about hand warmers, you know how in football, when it's cold outside, they got the little pouch in front that they put their hand? I thought they were talking about those. I had no idea they meant warm-up stages. I was like, hand warmer. I was like, damn, turn the heater on in the venue, bro.
Is it that cold? Get that man a napkin, man.
I was like, what the hell? You need a room for hand warmers? Just get the football ones. They just, you think they're like fanny packs,
man,
right?
give him a hoodie, man. Give him a hoodie with a pocket in the front. Let that man rock, bro.
I was like, just turn the heater on in the venue. What's the problem?
They ban everything, man. That's scary, dude.
I swear to God, too. I really did, like, the first time I saw that, I was like, oh, just get him a hand warmer. What's the
y'all
problem?
never let me warm up my hands? That's real cheating right there. I mean, it's cold outside. Oh, man.
Kyonmode versus Tetoku, Jacko versus Elphelt. Yeah, we've seen this matchup, what, twice? I think 2 or 3 times this tournament so far.
This is scary, though.
Jacko, of course, on a downward trend recently in the balance patch, maybe a little bit weaker than she was before, but Elphelt, of course, with that jump DYRC, Lost Soul making some nightmares, man. God damn, that is a rough option, bro.
You know,
it was an already dominant character, man. She's already good.
It's all her dust is just like Baiken's dust, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Because it has the same thing, and now you let her YRC it? That's stupid.
It's the jump dust, too, man. The jump dust one in particular. That low-altitude jump dust YRC like that.
Air dash, knock you down in the corner, throw bomb. Air dash, back, do dust. You're not hitting the button, and now you stuck with Ponder. It's so whack. I've been hit by it too much. That's all it is. Dang, he took off his mask. Dang. Showing the face. He got something hot waiting for him.
He's from Canada? The CA is he's from Canada. He looks like he's Canadian. You can tell sometimes, man. Just look at people.
Is it the jacket, the puffy?
No, it's just
Mass
like
Effect
it's just like it's the aura. Is he? Yeah, he knows. He knows. He's got a Canadian aura.
Really?
Yeah, just look at him.
I don't know, man. Canadian aura?
It's fun. Dude,
the next stream should be about this. I'm tuning in.
You could like, it's like African people out here, right? You look in their eyes sometimes because they look. You can always tell Americans from Africans because they always look like they deceive some shit, right?
Yeah,
it's so
and
different.
the head always tilts. I'm telling you, bro. I've been there. I know what it's like. I walk down the street and they look at me. I'm like, what's up? Oh, damn.
And you know, it's crazy because they try to wear American clothes sometimes. And they'll tell people they're American, but you look and you know. You're like, bruh, be real. You from Ghana, right? You be real? Like, I know, man. It's all right. Steve, shut the hell up, man. Hyper Viper Beam. Trying to get in there.
Oh, my God. I love you.
Gets Aegis pushed to the wall.
Nice 5.
And that's the big thing, right? It's going to protect her against a lot of these Elphelt projectiles, but it will not protect you against those normals,
it's
man.
It's not that. I know it looked like a projectile.
Pop that champagne bottle. Yeah, man, that thing hurts. Shout-outs to BB Hood, the original.
Nice, gets the dust.
Far dust. Yeah, this is going to be a good one for Jacko. Going to get the corner here.
Spit him out.
Spit. Gets an opportunity to set a house. That's the big thing. That's the big reward. You get this.
Ooh, nice.
Cut this cake, though.
Caught you cheap. Cut in half. Pineberry.
Cover me.
The grassy knoll.
Caught you sitting still, though. Gold burst out the dust. Right into the house, and that's a big win for Tetoku right there. Kyonmode gave up a lot of resources towards the end just to be able to close out that round.
Should have just 2D. Would have hit the house.
Or even just back up.
Yeah,
just back up.
Yeah. Stole Pineberry. You would have been okay.
Okay, ticks and gag. Gets low. Tick into the throw. Just out of range of the stand heavy. But then, yeah, popping bottles once again. That's what is that drink? What is that?
What the
like
bottle shot?
Yeah. Like what is it?
It's just champagne.
Is there Roze? Is it a brew?
I think it's your choice, man. I think it's actually just your choice, man. Your most expensive.
That stuff
champagne.
is always more expensive in the clubs than it is in the grocery store. I'll tell you that.
Obviously, $12. Put them in a casket.
That's the crazy thing, man. It's like $12 in Winn-Dixie, and then you go to the club at $600. What the hell's going on here? That's Genya.
Yo, so I'm gonna tell you right now.
That dude's funny.
That dude is hilarious. I was just about to say.
He talks a lot of shit.
Either way, yo, he put the mask back on. What you put the mask back on for? Oh, he ain't getting rolled up, is he? It ain't that bad, man.
No, it don't smell that bad either. He all right. I think it's a mental thing, right? You put the mask on, it's game time.
I feel like a ninja, man. Oh, checking the legs.
Yeah, one low twice. Tetoku able to get, that's the big thing, right? Able to, out of these little wins here, able to get more and more house sets.
Yes.
And he's doing a really good job of distributing them across the screen too, right? Now they're all lined up right now. That's not necessarily good. But you look for him to pick up and throw them. That's the big, when you can create situations like that where you have different house sets on different sides of the screen.
Oh, wow.
They're coming off screen. Oh, my God. Family reunion.
Is that right? Oh, wow. NekoBugyo tried to use 2D, the homies helping out.
They really just coming out here chucking spears, man. That's crazy.
They're actually chucking spears. It's actually the squad. Like, straight up goons with it.
Fighting in the Hobby Lobby parking lot. Zest. Wow, right at the middle of that string. Set Aegis field. Now you have to commit to your close range normals. You can't rely on those projectiles. Okay, burst out.
And I'm
coming right back in, though.
Put him in a coffin. Another house. Run past it. Put
One
him in
more
a coffin.
time.
I bet you more houses. Chucks the house this time. Uses the backdash. He's going to get rid of a few of them. Yeah, you got to be careful. That little delayed DP right there is actually really strong. Only because it's slow enough. People delay their wake up.
Yeah, and the meter boosted version too as well. Wow, bruh. Sometimes it be your own people, bruh. Sometimes it be your own people, bruh.
Sometimes
not all skin folk is kin folk. Sometimes you just blow up everybody just to take the win. That's fine.
Some people just want to watch the world burn, man. Some people just want to watch the world burn.
What do you know about setting your own family on fire just to be able to take a win in Guilty Gear? Okay, cool.
Call them over to the house just to. Either way, guys, EVO Japan 2019. Hanzo looking at me funny. I don't know what I did. But I hope you guys are really enjoying yourself.
He's funny all his life, man. Don't worry about him. You all right. Don't worry about him. But thanks to you guys tuning in from all over the world to EVO Japan 2019. Like I said, we're just getting to these, making our way through these Guilty Gear brackets, trying to get to this top 8 so we can run it tomorrow. But there's a lot of good stuff going on. Today's been a pretty good day so far, right? A lot of good action for Tekken, Street Fighter, Guilty Gear. Got KOF top 8 coming up soon. Blaze Blue Central Fiction going on the mainstream, I think, right now as well.
Just a wonderful celebration of fighting games that we have here in Japan.
Thanks
so
to you guys,
yeah, man. Look, I really do appreciate you guys hanging out, tuning in, and watching right now, because it's going to be explosive tomorrow. And we still got more action for you guys today. Like you said, man, don't go anywhere. No matter what you have a taste for, it's all here, and I'm pretty sure your computers can run it. So just do it that way. Don't be hard-headed. Come watch video games with us.
Coming up next, we got Sumo 2 versus NekoBugyo. So a lot of these players, man. Like I said, I think this game reached what 324 people. And again, that's all things considered for this event. That's still a big deal, man. Considering that the community didn't really have enough time to have a lot of time to be able to plan and be able to come out to this event. The fact that it can still get 300 even on a bad weekend, right? That's still pretty good. That's still pretty good for this game.
I feel like, in all honesty,
but a lot of these players, man, I've never even heard of. But I mean, that's what you come to expect, right?
You're not going to know no matter where you are.
Yeah.
If you get a chance for some of these players to come out and represent on a large scale, you're not going to know every person
from some of these regions, like again out here in Kyushu, out here and closer to West Japan as well. A lot of these players have not had opportunities to get on big stages. They are not on streams every weekend like that. They're just out here just playing the game, dude, just casually just playing.
But that's I like that kind of exposure because you don't know what you're in for.
It's a good opportunity for them too. Yeah, it comes back to chances. It comes back to opportunities for me. I love seeing that.
Yeah, I tell people all the time. I make the analogy. It's like fighting games are like they never really stop, because sometimes if you go to a region that you've never been to and somebody beats you in tournament, you sometimes have to hold that for a year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like so.
Or even longer.
Or even longer. So pride starts to kick in on that, and then it makes you want to become a better player. That's why I like events like this. Either way, you said if 300 is still good, but I feel like if we had any more, man, we ain't gonna have that much room in this bag.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, we didn't have Smash Brothers Ultimate or Dragon Ball Fighters at this event, right? And I think a lot of people are disappointed about that, and hopefully that's something that they're able to work out next year. And you guys should give them your support, try to figure that out.
Oh yeah,
but I mean, bro, you came in earlier. You're like, no, there's a lot more people here yesterday. I didn't get a chance to look yet. Dude, if we did have Ultimate in Dragon Ball here, this would have been a huge problem. Yeah, there might not be enough room.
It would have been a fire hazard. I'm telling you right now.
more than we've already got, man. There would have definitely been more fire hazards.
They would have been in the front like, hold up, guys, look. We knew you like video games, but y'all ain't say y'all like video games. There's people everywhere. It's still a good time nonetheless. So, Sukumo, first, I'm not trying to say that. What's his first name?
Let's call him Bugyo.
Bugyo?
No, let's call him Neko. Neko means cat.
Okay. So wait, what's the Bugyo?
Nobody knows, man. You got to see the kanji. You never know.
Okay. Hey, it could be something weird, man.
It could be.
Like cat eater or something like that.
I'm gonna just call him Cat, man.
All right, Neko versus Sukumo 2. I wonder where Sukumo 1 is. Oh, Jacko versus Soul. Man, I feel like Soul, we in short supply, man.
Well, at this event, I think so.
Yeah.
A lot of the big Soul players that are really doing work with the character, they were unable to attend this event, I think. But in this event, for sure, yeah, he's definitely in short supply.
Okay, just doing a button check. Man, that is a throne room right there.
And this is, yeah, this matchup in particular, Soul does pretty well against now. Maybe early on Rev 1 when Jacko first got released, right? Maybe a few players kind of struggled against her. But in general, Soul does pretty well just because of the way his pressure works. If she's able to get those house sets out early on, because of the way Soul can end pressure into Gunflame or Feint into something else, you can, the situation that you end up creating is you're able to put Jacko in block stun, but you're also able to deal damage to houses passively just by nature of your strings, right? And then he has a lot of good normals to actually deal with a lot of the situation that Jacko presents anyway. Big damage options as well. That's going to be, you know, a big boon for her.
Yeah, 2D, one of those tools that he can use.
2D, 6B, Bringer, all those, you name it, man. The big money buttons.
Yeah, and like you said, I mean, it definitely makes it a little easier for Soul to deal with this. We're going to see, though.
Looking for the big money buttons that you guys want to be looking out for, right? The forward punch, counter hit forward punch, counter hit forward heavy, counter hit 2D, counter hit sweep, counter hit Bringer, counter hit Fafnir. Those are all going to, that's going to completely break the Jacko game. If he gets cracked by one of those, it's going to be, in a lot of cases, minus 40 to minus 60%, and then Okizeme as well. Let's see what he's got. Well, let's see. Hopefully Shimoe has his ready. There you go. Counter hit Fafnir right off the bat.
Called out already.
You see him trying to sweep under that stand kick from NekoBugyo as well. Able to play in that kind of footsies range and set up for those big damage options that we were just talking about. But Neko actually able to maintain some pretty good control here. Gets the knockdown. Puts Shimoe on his back for the most part. Able to get some house summons out as well.
Yeah, baits out the DP. Not able to get anything big from it in the corner, but here we go now.
Riot Stomp able to side switch. DP burns to 50 meter. That beats a lot of options, but that's a very expensive one too, right? He does get the wall as a reward. He does get a little bit of damage, but Wake Up Zest going to get him out of the situation. And the big thing is now, 2 level 2 houses queued up. One of them is off screen. You can't do anything about the goons that are coming.
Oh, they come. Sticks and all.
What do you do when a little man just comes and just chucks a spear at your ass? What do you do? Oh, the 2-ass.
Freaking Viper.
And then Zest through the dust attempt. Bro, did you see that crouch S just hit 3 of them in the head like that?
Like I said, that's why his matchup isn't that bad. Get stuff out of the Fafnir though. DP once again, no punish.
Getting kind of wild with a Riot Stomp though.
And the carry right there with the Bringer.
Yes. Level 1 house is off screen, but if he's able to get enough momentum here, it might not matter. Right, big damage confirmed here again. 40% in the knockdown. Yep. Give me Revolver. Was fishing for the counter hit 6B. Did not come. Fafnir gonna lock him down here.
Just like you talked about. YRC the Gunflame just to keep the pressure. There's that
he
6-8.
bet big on that for no reason.
Oh, it's still
and then a bad burst.
Uh-oh. Oh, but that's a drop. No punish on Ryan. Stop it off.
And now that one house is now a level 3. You almost can't ignore it if it's on screen now.
Okay, gets a knockdown. Yo, they're larping.
Especially with the health the way it is now, too. You only need one more touch. You do have the meter. That's good. Okay.
They could have RC'd. They're probably still going to come out, yeah.
If he would have gotten any more wall push out of that sequence, that would have been very bad for Shimoe. And then he's betting big when he does not have to, man. You can't whip a Grand Viper like that against this character, too. She's going to get a house set, Riot Stomp. And then when you're next to the wall like that, the move does go active faster, so it's actually more difficult to deal with. Steve on the guitar solo. Bro, this is a good-ass song. I can't lie.
This song is actually ridiculous. It just keeps going. Fafnir once again has the Aegis out.
Run it again. Gets the counter hit. Wall push. And now finally starting to guard well against the Riot Stomp. He's starting to scatter a little bit. Gets the 6 heavy to snipe him out the air.
Uh-oh, they're waiting for you to jump. Waiting for you to jump. They just tossing stuff. The spell cast.
The house is level 2 now, but counter hit Bringer. He could have gotten a little bit more out of that. That's not that bad, though.
Yeah, he's looking for the burst.
Looking for the Zest, too. Looking for the DP here. Puts the flame out there. That's all he needed. That's all he needed right there. That Fafnir going to be able to check that house. He does have off-screen goons coming. It's level 3 now, but only needs one more touch here. Oh!
Yo, they won.
No. That won.
The lone survivor. He was like, yo, there can be only one, and it's going to be me.
And he got it. Oh, man, that was scary.
That was actually sick. I didn't know that was going to come full circle like that. He's like, Mom, I'm coming home.
That brother just gave his life, bro. He just jumped in the air and hit him with
the Chiao man. Remember me.
And there's your P house set, right? Side switching now. It's still on screen, so it's not that big of a deal. And now here's that situation I was talking about, right? You see the revolver already put some damage on the house like that. He moves away from it, chooses to ignore it, but he's going to be able to push him back into it if he gets another pressure sequence off, just like that. Gunflame clears the house. You have got to be able to destroy those homes. They ruin neighborhoods, bro. Well, anytime you got people cooking in houses like that, get that stuff out of there. You don't want to create an environment like that.
Nice Gunflame pickup factor. Good pressure. Finds a counter.
You got to take responsibility for the welfare of your own environment,
hey, man,
Steve.
that's 100% true.
The charge blitz. But yeah, he lands on the other side a little bit too greedy. And dude, he's betting with that deep. Listen, DP red cancel like that it beats a lot of options, but it does cost you some, convertibility or even stronger Okazeme. Run up, choke him out, baby. You know what time it is. Read that burst. We read those.
And that was Blackbeat. Could have teched right there on that R slash, on that slash. Excuse me.
But Steve, those matter.
Yeah, they definitely
absolutely matter.
Suiko.
Cross up jump kick.
2K. 2D, excuse me.
Sweep anti-air, too.
Side switch. Drops the combo on the follow-up.
Drops it. Still able to maintain the positional advantage, but then gets opened up by Zest. Reversal Zest at that. I like it. I like the way he's kind of feigning with his air movement too, right? You see him a lot of jump back, then instant air dash, jump punch coming in. Mixing up his approach options. Starting to get a little bit over reliant on the jump punches, but see what he comes with.
Oh wow. 2S coming from
counter hip, that trades in his favor, able to take the corner. Yes, he just wants to pin her down. Just lock her down. Please, Zest. No, get the side dust. This is going to be good. This is close, actually. That's Ed, yeah. Ooh. Suiko, yeah. Good recovery there.
Hey. Is that how you say it? Suiko? Is that what?
Suiko knee? Suiko
2?
Suiko 2? Maybe it's one or the other.
That picked up pretty fast for my boy Soul.
For sure.
But it did make sense though. When you were calling out like, hey yo, the Jacko stuff like off screen, that all made a major difference. You see what happens. Gets that one game just based off of the Soul Survivor coming out the house. He woke up late.
It worked out in Sukumo's favor, but the situation, like, it could have easily gone the other way, right? If he would have survived that one jump slash,
yeah,
I mean, like, he would have been, he very well could have been done, right?
He definitely could have teched right there. Either way. Next match already getting set, Nakajima versus Riona. We were talking about that a little bit as well. Both of these guys representing Japan. Not getting set up just yet, though. Man, we had some really good matches, and we're getting down to what?
This is still, yeah, I mean, this is still technically like pools, right? Like, I mean, it's one singular bracket for this event, so it's not pools, I guess, but still making our way to that top 32 area, top 16. Going through some of the loser side right now. Man, that's crazy. Zadi in losers like round 2 or round 3. That was great. Bro, that Kazunoko match was crazy.
I was watching you and Range commentate it, and I was legit standing like catty corner from y'all. So I'm like looking, I'm just like, oh
with
my.
With Axel.
Putting in work. Never forget. Axel's a character too. All right, we're getting these guys over here now.
Let's go. This is going to be Nakajima versus Ryo.
I hope you guys really are enjoying this stuff. This is tomorrow. We're gonna finish up everything, but we still got top 8, like you said, KOF coming up.
Yeah, you're gonna have action coming up in a little bit, right?
It's not over just yet.
I see everybody queuing up.
And it's really starting to fill out here. Like, it's even more people in here now. And most of these people are standing up watching the main screen right now.
Yeah, but they got a lot of people in the rafters as well.
Nice little venue change here. Of course, we're in Fukuoka, Japan. I feel like this venue is a lot different from the last one. Like I said, got a lot more room to move around.
Yeah, it's a locked-in space, but it's a lot more open than what we were used to last year, I think. But I'm just glad to be in Fukuoka, to be honest with you, man.
I like Fukuoka.
It's crazy, Steve. Like, you probably seen, because that's my thing. Even though I live here, I haven't traveled that as much as maybe like Giuna has or maybe some of the other people that live here. So always being able to like come to a different place like this, go in the arcade and play like that, that's always fun for me. I love doing that.
Oh, yeah. Same thing here, right? Like, I went to Hiroshima while I was here, and we went there.
How was that? Yeah, I forgot y'all went. Bro, that was nice. It was nice, right?
That place is pretty.
It's nice.
Man. That place is actually pretty.
And it's different, right? What was I just telling you about? Was I talking to you about? Listen, can I be honest with you, man? They got like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I got all the love in the world for Anti and Knuckle Dude, but have you seen any time people come to Japan from overseas, bro? They're like, man, Tokyo's awesome. Blah, 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 blah. Like, bro, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, Tokyo is whack. Tokyo is the wackest place on earth.
Everybody, I'm telling you, once you
people
come there,
that really know will tell you
Facts.
Tokyo is not Japan. Everything outside Tokyo is Japan, man. Coming out here, this feels like real Japan to me.
This feels like
going to
where people
Osaka,
live. Yeah,
going to Osaka,
man.
Hiroshima, like those kinds of locations.
I was telling a homie I would live in Hiroshima. It's like it's legit that chill.
It's just nice, right?
Yeah, it's like a nice place. It gets pretty dense when you go to the inside of the city. A lot of stuff to chill out on. I really enjoyed it. But just a beautiful place to be, man. I talked about the weather as well.
Yeah, Steve, like you travel a lot, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know how you feel about this, but the cool thing for me is doing stuff here that I would never do at home.
Oh, free.
Like, bro, just go to the park. How often do you just go to the park at home?
And just chill. Like, I went to...
bro, just sit under a tree and read a book.
Bro, that's what you do.
I mean, I don't read books. I can't read like that. I'm not going to lie.
I can't read like that? I didn't come in from no words, man.
I bust the manga out, though. I bust the manga there. Oh, you know what I mean?
There you go.
But yeah, just like go hang out and do stuff like that. That's what's cool to me about coming to places like this. That's one reason why I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah,
to be honest.
Fukuoka is definitely a place you come for more of the culture. Tokyo, more of like the tourist part where people go, but this is where you go if you want the culture. All right, now here we go.
Here we go. Nakajima Slayer going up against Ryo Johnny, and right off the bat, you know what to expect here. Slayer, definitely big damage potential with a few of his buttons. He's going to have to struggle against this Johnny character, though, man. And if you guys don't know how this character works by now, he has coins. When those coins hit you, his Mistfinder stance levels up, and that's going to allow him to create more dynamic pressure strings, stronger strings, but also that Mistfinder attack is going to be at bigger return. Teleport through on the burst. Dead angle, just be able to hold the wall here for Ryo. Gets in, grabs him by the neck, and he's going to get big return. This is another character who has a good return off of his normal throw.
Yeah, especially in the corner on top of it. Okay, 6H.
Slayer as well has a unique dash mechanic where he can cancel his backdash into some of his special attacks.
And get a little bit of
flexibility
on it, too.
Benefit of also additional range as well. There you go, coined up, and now you see that level 2 at the bottom right corner of your screen. That is going to make some of these pressure strings more dangerous to challenge for the Slayer player. Even though Slayer also benefits from a lot of these counter hits and these trade situations as well. It's just because it's Johnny, man, it's tough, man. You're going to have to make some tough calls at level 2, right? Places where you might be willing to challenge at level 1, you're going to have to make maybe a little bit more hesitation at level 2. Level 3, dude, if you do it, it's going to work in his favor every time.
That's the whole point, man. You have to make sure he's not holding any coin level, because if you get hit, the damage return is going to be ridiculous. It does not matter what character you're playing. It's just going to be trouble. So we go get to throw. That's what I was talking about right there. Now he's going to get this knockdown. Coin. Oh, nice.
Yeah, just puts the Divine Blade on him, forces him to block, and then gets the side switch throw here. Coming in high, gets a 2P mash, stomp the yard, and we're going to burn the meter on this. We're going to get you with this pile in the corner. Going to back up right into the sword slash, though. Try to come in heavy.
Okay,
just a sweep. That's fine. I'll run it back. My last coin, that's okay. Missed that. See him now trying to get a little bit more.
How did he get through that?
Why does he dash through things? Why does that have invulnerability frames on it? I have no idea.
Man, that was so weird. Oh, nice. Air dash H. Nakajima.
Bro, he just dashed through. He just dashed through the stuff.
Bro, that was weird.
Clip that, send that to our system, please. Let me know what's going on. Talk to me. Let's talk. I just want to have a channel of communication. What's going on with that?
I know Milla kind of has something like that too.
Yeah.
Like on her neutral stance, there's invulnerable. She gets
for no just like those random
she
things.
Swing forward. It's crazy. Dizzy, another one of those characters. She'll go over a lot of lows while she's dashing because she's technically levitating. So 6P.
4 punch lower in that shoulder just to check you out the air. My thing though is like that kind of makes sense, right? Like in the Dizzy case, like technically she's floating.
Yeah.
Johnny's running on the ground. He's running. He's actually just running.
Well, he's doing like a dash though.
Oh, come on.
I'm just giving you the technicalities, bro. That's, I mean, I feel like that makes sense.
It's a dash. I want you to dash through my leg.
All right.
Just dash through the chair.
If I do this, like if I like a quick jump, you know what? Never mind, man. Never mind, man. I ain't proving myself to you. 6K.
Yeah, and drops on the combo there. Able to get the end. If he was able to get the end, that would have been good advantageous position for him. He has a lot of meter to work with as well. It doesn't matter. He's going to get it again. Even though he dropped it again, does not matter. He has enough meter. Level 2 coin on deck as well. Forces him to block here. Gets a sweep, and you see that level 2 finder going off. He wastes it now. And that's the big thing. The struggle for a lot of these characters is just to not get hit by coin, especially early on. You don't want to give him that position, that advantage early on.
Because then you know he's going to try to like slow it down a little bit to find that hit, try to force that misfinder here.
That time the trade working out for Nakajima. Oh, sorry, working out for Ryo. That's going to be what's set. Man, Ryo trying to answer back here. Nakajima got the first game, but...
Okay, no burst.
Since then, it's been all real, even despite the bad combos, right? Even despite these drops.
Yo, level 2 already.
No counter hit on the forward punch. That's okay. Give me my space. Down heavy, bad burst.
The 2H call out.
Go with the level 2 coin as well. Hosas. I like this pressure. Trying to coin him out of the dash. Gets the sweep. Just active enough to be able to clip him. Gets the high, then yeah.
Oh, what are you doing? Okay, okay. Yo, bringing it back.
That's scary though, man. You got a lot of opportunities there. It wasn't, you know, wasn't clean, but sometimes it's about winning those matches, right? If things get really sloppy like that, you're having a lot of drops. Sometimes being able to come out with a win in those kind of games, that's a good feeling.
Yeah, that's the only thing you want. As long as you get the W, it don't matter.
In tournament like that, yeah, for sure. Dashes up, gets a back throw, gonna kind of take the wall again. Ooh, didn't have a good opportunity for an ender there to be able to try to get the knockdown with the route that he chose, but
he is coming into this crosswise a little too much.
I see the effect of coin leveled up misfinder stance right there, just running the same normal over and over again. Level 3 on deck now. A dangerous situation. Able to dash out, but then gets counter hit by the 5K in the super. Not quite going to do fairly low damage super, but no. Able to clip him at the end.
Man, I didn't think that was going to kill, but still, say my name.
Yeah, it took the hit after, right? But
wow, dash
just enough. And that stand kick from Johnny, man.
Yeah, that 5K is pretty good.
What a normal. It's been nerfed, and it's still good. And that's the worst part, man. That's the worst part. He touches you, you want to block. You want to block. Okay, fine, I'll respect it. Then he comes and grabs you by the neck and throws you, and he's going to get big return for it anyway. It's tough, man. This character is a juggernaut. Yeah, once he gets to level 2, level 3 like that, the jump heavy touch for no reason, that's fine.
He almost did like he just dashed through that bad boy again, man.
He look at that smile. Look, he's like, yeah, man.
He's like, yeah.
I'm sorry my forward dash has info frames for no reason. My bad.
I didn't tell him to do it. They just did it. Oh, yo, gangster. Yo, wait a minute. Change my name. Change my boy name. This is Sergey. Look. The dude coming up from Russia, his name is Sergey the Gangster. That's his real name. His real name is
Sergey?
It's Sergey. He goes by Gangster. He should change his name, and I told him this, to Sergey the Gangster. I'm just saying, he got a silver tooth. Bro, he has a silver tooth. If this, it's like alternate dimension Hanzo Gonzo, man. If you look, let me stop. What? Oh my God.
So unfortunately, you guys are going to have to miss out on Sergey the Gangster, but you are going to have to hold this 8-minute break. Thanks to you guys for tuning in to Guilty Gear here at EVO Japan 2019. We'll catch you guys in a little bit.